Embark on a profound journey with Lao Tzu in our latest addition to QuotientQuotables Philosophical Musings playlist. Discover timeless wisdom from the ancient Chinese philosopher as we unravel thought provoking quotes on life, simplicity, and the path to tranquility. Whether you're seeking guidance in your personal life, facing challenges in your career, or simply seeking a deeper understanding of the world around you, Lao Tzu's wisdom can offer valuable insights and inspiration. His words resonate with people from all walks of life, regardless of their personal beliefs or backgrounds. Join us on this intellectual adventure and discover the profound wisdom of Lao Tzu, the Taoist sage who continues to inspire and guide minds worldwide. Subscribe for a regular dose of inspiration and wisdom as we explore Lao Tzu's teachings. Sorry for the overlay. The Tao is like water. It nourishes all things, but does not compete with them. The highest good is like water. Water benefits all things without contending with them. The Tao never speaks, yet it brings forth all things. Tao is eternal, without beginning or end. It is the source of all things. Tao is the way of the universe, the pattern of all things. The greatest virtue is to act without action. When you try too hard, you get in your own way. Action is often not necessary. Non-action is often more effective. Do not seek to control things, simply flow with them. The best leaders are those who lead without forcing others to follow. Humility is the foundation of all the virtues. True mastery comes from understanding your limitations. The more you know, the less you need to prove. Live simply, love deeply, and think freely. Be like water, which adapts to the shape of its container. Do not resist change, as it is the nature of the universe. The more you try to hold on to something, the more it will slip away. Embrace change, for it is the key to growth. The world is full of suffering, but also full of compassion. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Treat others with compassion and respect, even when they have done wrong. Open your heart to the world and let love flow through you. The highest virtue is like water. Water benefits all things without contending with them. It flows in the place people despise, and thus it is like virtue. The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. He who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. The sage does not hoard. The more he gives, the more he possesses. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, "We did it ourselves." True knowledge exists in knowing you know nothing. The man who knows others is wise. The man who knows himself is enlightened. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is the noblest. Second, by imitation, which is the easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. To study and not think is a waste. To think and not study is dangerous. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. When the best leader's work is done, the people say, "We did it ourselves." The best ruler is the one who governs least. He who rules by virtue is like the North Star, which remains in its place while all the other stars revolve around it. A good leader is like a boatman who guides his boat through the water without getting wet himself. No matter how good a leader may be, he is no match for the people. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The man who practices 5 things will be free from sorrow: respect for the gods, reverence for the spirits, kindness towards people, courtesy to friends, and compassion for all living things. The superior man speaks of virtue. The inferior man speaks of the benefit he receives. The best way to overcome an enemy is to make him a friend. Treat others as you would like them to treat you. If you are content with what you have, you will always have enough. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The best way to stay happy is to change the things you can, accept the things you can't, and know the difference. The more you understand others, the more you understand yourself. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The Tao is always there, unchanging, yet it gives birth to all that is created, and yet it remains itself. The Tao is the way of the universe, the way of everything. The Tao is all-encompassing, yet it is formless. The Tao is the source of all existence, the root of all things. The Tao is like water, flowing effortlessly around obstructions, returning to its source. Act without action, work without work, think without thinking. The best action is to act without action. The best work is to work without work. The best thought is to think without thought. The man who acts without action is the master of others. The man who works without work is the master of the world. The man who thinks without thought is the master of himself. True virtue is not something that can be acquired. It is something that is already within us. A truly virtuous person does not need to be virtuous. They simply are virtuous. The man who is truly virtuous does not seek virtue. He simply lives in accordance with the Tao. The man who is truly virtuous is selfless. He puts the needs of others before his own. The man who is truly virtuous is humble. He does not seek recognition or praise. The Tao is the source of all peace, the peace that is within us. Find your center, your stillness, and you will find peace. The more you seek peace, the more you will find it. Peace is not something that is outside of us. It is something that is within us. The man who is truly peaceful is at peace with himself and the world around him. Love is the essence of the Tao, the love that is unconditional and universal. The man who is truly loving does not need to love. He simply loves. Love is the greatest force in the universe, the force that can overcome all obstacles. Love is the source of all compassion, the compassion that is for all beings. The man who is truly compassionate is compassionate to all living beings. The highest form of action is not to act. He who acts will always make mistakes. He who never acts will never make a mistake. The sage never seeks to act. He simply acts. A man who is driven to do things does not achieve greatness. The more you force, the less effective you will be. All things are created from the Tao, and all things return to the Tao. The Tao is all around us, but it is invisible. The Tao is like water, which is soft and yielding, but it can wear away the hardest rock. The Tao is the source of all things, and it is always there, even when we cannot see it. The Tao is the way of nature, and it is the path to enlightenment. Be like water, my friend, flowing, flexible, and ever-changing. The world is constantly changing, and we must change with it. A man who is attached to his ego is like a tree that is rooted in one place and cannot move. The man who is selfless is like the wind, which blows wherever it pleases. The ego is the root of all suffering. The only way to be truly free is to let go of your ego. Selflessness is the path to enlightenment. Love is the greatest power in the universe. Love is the answer to all of life's problems. The greatest happiness is to love and be loved. Lao Tzu was a profound thinker whose insights into life, relationships, and the natural world continue to resonate with people today. His teachings offer a path to inner peace, harmony, and fulfillment. I hope you continue to explore his work and find guidance and inspiration in his wisdom.